How to get a divorce in San Diego without spending a fortune. Using our TeamWorks Divorce and Mediation services, we will help you save time, money, and frustration. TeamWorks is sponsored by attorney Jefferson Stacer and Dr. Deena Stacer. Getting a divorce can be really scary, confusing, expensive, and time-consuming, especially when you do not have enough information about the process or your rights. And it can be very frustrating for both the person leaving the marriage and for the one who is being left behind. Usually, one of the two people in the couple relationship begins thinking about getting out of the relationship weeks, months, or even years before they actually decide to make the announcement to the other person or before they take action. It is important for both people to find out everything they can so they can make informed decisions to help them through the process. The person who is leaving the relationship may need to set up leaving the marriage before they make the announcement to the other person that they're ending the relationship. Sometimes it's easy and sometimes it's difficult. Sometimes the person leaving may actually create drama as they end the relationship, such as having an affair, moving out without telling the other person, taking money from the joint account, or filing and serving the other person without them being aware that it's happening. And then sometimes these are done for a variety of reasons. Sometimes it's been an abusive relationship and they get out because they need to immediately. These drastic actions, however, usually cause anger, fear, hurt, and even revenge for the person being left behind. And sometimes the other person being left is aware that things are not right between them, but they did not realize that the other person had moved along the continuum of leaving the marriage so soon. When a person is thinking about getting a divorce or knows that they want a divorce, they often want to know how they can get through the divorce as easily and quickly as possible. They need to get their questions answered. They will want to know their rights, the best way to handle the breakup announcement, and the different options for getting a divorce, such as mediation, litigation, do-it-yourself, or maybe do nothing. For couples with children under 18 years of age, parents will want to know how to avoid the negative impact of divorce on the children, the best child sharing plan for their situation, what to say to their children, and how to avoid the child sharing conflicts with the other parent. When a person is being left by the other person in the marriage and it's a big surprise for them, they are often in shock by the divorce announcement and the actions of the other person. The person leaving will want to move them further along the continuum of ending the marriage than they are able to go at that moment. I call this the long train ride and the emotional roller coaster. I have another video that describes that. This can be very frustrating for both people. The one leaving wants them to hurry up and take action to move forward, while the one left behind is still in the grieving stages of realizing their marriage is over. The one being left behind will also need to know their rights, responsibilities, and duties. They will need to know more about how the court system and the paperwork process works, along with the division of property, child support, spouse support, and how child sharing works. In San Diego County, our TeamWorks program offers 2 free workshops a month to answer your divorce questions. Jefferson Stacer, the owner of TeamWorks, is a certified family law specialist attorney from the California State Bar Board of Legal Specialization. He has been practicing law since 1979. He will answer your legal questions and provide you with important information to help you decide your path for your divorce. Dr. Deena Stacer is a relationship consultant, parent educator, and realtor. She will answer your questions related to helping the children and parents through the breakup. She provides tools and strategies to reduce conflict. And as a real estate broker, she can answer your real estate-related information questions about the sale of your property or the transfer of it. Some of the questions that people often have and ask at the workshop is, should I get a divorce? Another one is, how does the divorce process work? How much does a divorce cost? Do we need attorneys? Can we do it on our own? How does mediation work? I want a divorce, but what if my spouse will not cooperate with me? And How long does it take to get a divorce? These are just some of the questions that we will answer at our free workshop. More questions. What are my rights? How does spousal support or alimony work? How much will it be? How does child support work? How much will it be? We don't have anything to divide. What will a divorce cost? We own a business together. How do we divide it? How do we stay in the business divorced and work together? I want to file for bankruptcy. Can I do that with a divorce? And how does it affect us? Here's some more questions. What do we say to the children? Will the children be okay? How do we share the children? What if we cannot agree on child sharing? Should I stay in the house? Should I move out? What if the other parent is difficult and wants to take the children away from me? How can I protect my children if I believe the other parent is not a good parent? What if they do not know I even want a divorce? How do I tell them? I already filed my case, but I'm stuck on getting to the next step. How can you help me? How long does it take to get a divorce? How does your system work to help us get our case filed? Does it matter who files the case? The marriage occurred in another state. Can we still get divorced? In San Diego. How do you divide debts? How do we divide retirement plans? The house has no value. What should we do? We are going through a short sale or foreclosure with our house. How does that work with a divorce? One of us put money into the house as a down payment. How does that affect the sale? Should the person who is out of the house still pay for the house during the divorce process or after? Should I stay in the house? Should I move out? These are all really important questions to get answered, and we will cover those when you come to our free workshops. Getting your case started. We offer a divorce filing system for couples who are ready to get their cases started right away. And even if one of the persons in the couple relationship isn't quite ready to cooperate, one person can get their case started and then through time and strategic action can help to move their case along, getting the other person to reach a settlement agreement to finalize your divorce. Mr. Stacer will meet with one or both of you for approximately 2 hours, and during this meeting, he will get your initial paperwork ready for filing. He will create a rough draft of your settlement based on the information you give him at the meeting about your assets, debts, child sharing ideas, real estate, etc., and he will give you the remaining forms to finalize your settlement agreement with each other. Now, filing your case. During your meeting together, the initial paperwork to get your case started will be signed by the one who is starting the case. They are called the petitioner because they are petitioning the court for the divorce. The filing fee for the court is collected during this meeting along with the payment to Teamworks for our services. Once these forms are signed during the meeting, we will prepare them and file them at the courthouse for you. You will be assigned a case number and a judge who will review your final settlement agreement when it goes down for filing. After the initial forms are returned to our office, we will prepare them for service on the respondent. That's the other person who will be responding to the divorce case. We can serve these papers by mail, by having them pick them up at our office, or by having someone else hand them the paperwork. Once served, the clock starts ticking for your marital status to end. The second step during this meeting with Mr. Stacer is that you will be given the paperwork you need to complete your financial disclosures to each other. After you leave this meeting, you will fill out these forms, share them with each other, and then return 2 of these forms to us, indicating that you have shared your finances with each other. We will then file these forms on your behalf as part of your settlement agreement. The third step of the meeting is that Mr. Stacer will walk you through the decisions related to the division of your assets, debts, and retirement. You will discuss ideas for how you want to share the children. You will discuss child and spousal support and whether you will sell your home or transfer ownership to just one of you. You will be able to discuss any additional issues related to resolving your case during this meeting. Mr. Stacer will then work with you to create your rough draft of your marital settlement agreement that will eventually become your final marital settlement agreement, or sometimes called the divorce decree or judgment, by using the forms he has created to complete your divorce. Now, what if you cannot get the other person to work with you? Well, there are several ways we can help you get your divorce, even if the other person doesn't want to cooperate. Mr. Stacer can guide you with the proper advice based on your situation, should this occur. And what if you start your case with TeamWorks and it takes longer to get it completed than you initially thought it would? We will guide you through this process to help you reach an agreement. Sometimes it will take a little longer than the 6-month waiting period to reach agreements due to changes in your lives and decisions that you may make which affect those changes. After your meeting with Mr. Stacer, the two of you will work together to finalize the rough draft of your settlement. You may just need to refine it or make significant changes to it based on your circumstances. You will put these final decisions onto a blank set of forms you received at your meeting with Mr. Stacer. You will date and sign them and get one of the forms notarized. This will complete your final paperwork to settle your case. You will deliver these forms to our office and we will prepare them for court filing. If you have been able to agree on all issues, you will not need to attend any court hearings or appear in court. Your case will be settled and you will receive your divorce paperwork from us in the mail after it has been filed and returned from the courthouse. What if you cannot agree on everything during your meeting with Mr. Stacer? Well, that's okay too. You may need to make changes to your settlement agreement between the rough draft and the final draft to reach the right agreement. What you originally wanted may have changed since you met with Mr. Stacer, and that's okay too. You can fill in the blank forms with your new agreement before returning it to our office, where we will review it before we finalize it and file it. If you need additional help with these decisions, we invite you to attend as many free bi-monthly workshops as you need to in order to gather the necessary answers to your questions and to help you both settle your case. These workshops are always informative and will provide you with help and resources to reach your agreement. If the answers to your questions cannot be resolved by attending the free workshops, you may make an additional appointment with Mr. Stacer to get your issues resolved. This is an additional cost for you per hour, but the rate is his mediation rate rather than his litigation rate. You can check with him regarding that rate should you require additional time. If you are struggling with several issues related to child sharing, you may want to schedule an appointment with Dr. Deena Stacer to sort through issues related to parenting and best interest of the children. You may also want to attend several of her parenting classes to learn powerful tools to help your children through the breakup, divorce, and single parenting stages so you can adjust to the new family changes, especially if the other parent may be difficult to co-parent with. Dr. Deena Stacer's parenting classes are held on Tuesday evenings from 7 to 9 p.m. at the offices in Rancho Bernardo, or you can take an online course at www.parentsinconflict.com. You will receive a certificate of completion after attending the course, and the classes are on the approved list for family court. For information about current court filing fees and our TeamWorks fees, go to www.stacerlaw.com website. Go to the Mediation section from the home page, and then use the drop-down menu to open the free workshop flyer, the forms to get your case started, the fee information page, and then spend some time reading the frequently asked questions on the site so you know how our TeamWorks divorce filing and mediation process works. We have been offering our TeamWorks services to San Diego residents since 1991. We have earned a stellar reputation with the family courts in all parts of the county for our marital settlement agreements. We want to help you get your divorce without spending a fortune, and that is why we offer education programs, free bi-monthly workshops, and our mediation package. Our free bi-monthly workshops are held the first Wednesday evening of every month from 7 to 9, unless there's a holiday, and the third Saturday morning from 9 to 11 a.m. in our offices in Rancho Bernardo. You can print a flyer off of our website at www.stacerlaw.com in the mediation section. Now, don't remain in the dark. Anyone may attend our free workshops for questions related to modifying support or child sharing agreements or things that aren't necessarily related to a divorce. We help people with all of their family law questions. Feel free to contact us for additional information if we haven't covered your questions on this video. We can be reached at our TeamWorks number at 858-675-9225 or via email at stacer@stacerlaw.com. So we brought to you some information about how you can get a divorce in San Diego without spending a fortune through our TeamWorks program. Now, our TeamWorks mediation and divorce filing services can be looked at through www.stacerlaw.com and then go to the mediation section that's in the drop-down menu. We are located at 16516 Bernardo Center Drive in Suite 130, San Diego, California 92128. This is a building behind the main drag on Bernardo Center Drive. We're the building in the Clock Tower Plaza. Our phone number to reach us is 858-675-9225. The TeamWorks leaders are Jefferson and Deena Stacer. Our free workshops twice a month will help you to answer your divorce and family law questions. And you can also email us at stacer@stacerlaw.com for any additional information that we can forward you. And we thank you for your time. We look forward to helping you save fortunes on your divorce.